be back teaching after almost a week off with no power, no Wi-Fi. It was crazy. But it's good to be back. I need this practice badly, so let's do it together. We are going to start laying down on your back so we can give the body a chance to really settle into our practice without having to think about lengthening the spine or opening the hips if we were seated. Just being completely supported by the floor beneath you, and then just giving yourself a few moments to close the eyes, check in, just see what you're feeling today. I know for me, every day is so completely different. One day I may feel totally positive and physically fine, and then the next day I'm feeling just depleted, anxious, and down. So just check in with yourself, see what kind of day you're feeling right now, and then see if we can kind of turn that into super positive and creating a lot of space and lightness so that we can feel really good throughout the day. Letting go of any emotional stress and worry, and letting go of any physical tension and tightness. So just take a few really nice cleansing deep breaths in through the nose and out of the mouth. And kind of exaggerate the movement in the chest and belly when you breathe in. Really feeling the lift and the expansion. And then when you breathe out, completely emptying. Let's gently just draw the knees into the chest. So just hugging the knees in, lifting up out of the low back so that you can get a little bit of length in the low back. And then a gentle rock left to right. Maybe make some circles with the knees in one direction and then the other. Just relaxing through the hips and spine. And then let's take both feet up towards the ceiling. Notice what you might feel by having the legs lifted. For me, this is probably the first time in a week, so feeling the tightness in the back of the legs. We'll point and flex the feet, make circles with the feet in one direction then the other. Just starting to feel where you might need a little extra attention today. And then find a little softness in the knees as you just keep the feet elevated. And we'll take the arms up and back, noticing what you might feel in the shoulders and the space between the shoulder blades. And just take a moment here to open through the collarbone and chest. Open through the shoulders. And then we'll take some nice breaths together, moving the body, coordinating with the breath. So as you inhale, arms are going to reach up and back, feet are going to lift. And then as you exhale, hug the knees into the chest. Option to lift your forehead to your knees. Inhale, arms reach, feet lift. Exhale, hug the knees in. And then two more, just like that. Inhale, arms reach, feet lift, and exhale. Really draw the thighs into the belly to empty. One more time. Inhale, fill up an exaggerated full breath in, and then exhale to empty. We're going to take both feet down to the floor, feet about mat width apart. Arms can reach away from each other, shoulder height. Take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, let the legs fall over to one side. Inhale brings the legs back up. Exhale to the other. So just noticing how you can open up your back here by moving through the legs. So just up and over with each breath. Noticing how you can draw your inner knee away from the inner hip to get a little bit deeper in the low back. And just let the shoulder blades stay grounded down on the floor. And this is just opening up from the mid-spine down. You can coordinate the breath with the inhale, bringing the legs up, and the exhale, bringing the legs down. On your next inhale, we'll bring the legs back to center, and then we'll bring the feet about hip width apart, and we'll draw the right knee into the chest. Left leg is going to go straight along the floor. Pause here just for a moment to relax the shoulders down away from the ears. Interlacing your hands behind the right thigh, start to reach the right foot up towards the ceiling. We'll press the right thigh into your hands so that you can release any tension through the upper neck and shoulders. And then continue that nice, deep breath. You can flex the right foot. That gets a little deeper into the back of the leg. This really helps ground down through the low back. If you'd like to go a little deeper, you can lift your head and upper back off the floor. You can move your hands a little higher up, maybe holding onto the calf or ankle. And then if you want to draw the belly even more down by lifting the left leg a few inches off the floor, just helps you find the engagement in the core a little bit. So a nice relaxed leg, it's just lifted a little bit. Pausing here to breathe, relaxing through the shoulders, drawing the belly down towards the floor, lengthening your right heel up towards the ceiling. Take a full breath in, and then as you exhale, let the left leg drop, let the head come down, hug the right knee into the chest. And then here, we're just going to draw the right knee over to the left. You can take your right hand on your right hip or thigh and just push it away from you a little bit. So you're getting some length along the right side of the body. The right shoulder stays down. Left hand supports the right leg, either underneath or over on the top, wherever you want to be. And we're just going to start to lengthen through the right leg. Flexing through the right foot. You can tilt the toes down. And then just pause here to breathe, keeping both shoulders down. So just opening up the IT band, the outer hip. Keeping the breath flowing with ease. Maybe your toes reach a little bit more towards the back of the room. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, let's release and hug that right knee into the chest. And then we're going to come into a figure four. So bending the left knee, so the left foot's on the floor. Right ankle crosses over the left leg above the knee. Gently reach for the back of your left thigh. Shift the legs over to the left, and then just draw the left knee into the chest. Then just pause here, really releasing the hip, the seat, the low back. And maybe just go a little bit deeper than you normally do. So if you just kind of hang out here normally because it feels good, go to the point where it's a challenge to breathe with ease. So if you go a little deep, you might feel tempted to hold the breath since the muscle seems a little tight, but then just breathe with ease. Try to soften the pose. just take one more really nice deep breath in here. And then as you exhale, let's release the left foot down to the floor. We're going to take the right foot off of the left so that your feet are next to each other, hip width apart. Arms reach away from each other, just let both legs drop over to the left. So taking kind of an easier twist here so that you can really focus on lengthening the right knee away from your right shoulder. That exaggerated inhale so the chest and belly lifts. And then trying to just ease any tightness in the low back on the right side. You can turn your head over your right shoulder if you'd like, relaxing through the left side of the neck. And then just completely let any energy in the legs go. Take a full deep breath in, and then as you exhale, let's bring the legs back to center. Hug the knees into the chest, and then just 3 really nice deep breaths together. Inhale, arms reach up and back, feet lift. Exhale, hug the knees in. 2 more, just like that. Inhale, exhale. One more time. Inhale, arms reach up and back, feet lift, and exhale. Hug the knees in. And then you can keep the left foot hugged in, let the right leg go straight along the floor. Pausing here for a moment, and then we'll reach for the back of the left thigh and just reach the left leg up towards the ceiling. Pull the shoulders down away from the ears, press the thigh into your hands, and flex the left foot. So this is a really deep stretch into the hamstring, but you might feel your low back even pressing a little bit harder down into the floor, just keeping it grounded. This is a really nice way to ease into the back while keeping it supported. And then again, the option to go a little deeper. If you'd like to lift the head and upper back, you can walk the hands up a little higher on the left leg, keeping the left foot flexed. Try to relax the shoulders away from the ears, and then just an easy lift of the right leg. Doesn't have to go too high as you draw the belly down towards the spine, towards the floor. Soft elbows, relaxed shoulders, belly drawing down. Take a nice full deep breath in, and then exhale. Right foot comes down, left knee draws in, relax the head. And then just passing the right knee over to the left. Your left hand comes onto the left hip, and then supporting the left leg with your right hand, extend the left leg, opening up the IT band, trying to find some release there. Flexing the foot, maybe pointing the toes down, maybe pulling the toes towards the back of the room just a little bit. Nice soft face and able to breathe with ease. So that deepened, lengthened breath tells the nervous system to relax. And that conscious breath helps just quiet the mind. Take a full breath in, and then as you exhale, gently hug the left knee into the chest, bending the right knee for a figure 4. Left ankle crosses over the right leg. Reach for the back of the right thigh. A little shift of the legs over to the right as you draw your right knee in towards your right shoulder. And then just pause here and breathe. Really feeling what you feel all around the hip joint and the seat and the low back. Any little adjustment you might need to make. Be pressing the left hip down as you draw the right knee in. Just little movements that might help deepen the pose for you. Keeping the face relaxed and the breath flowing. Take a full breath in. And then as you exhale, let's release. Let the right foot come down to the floor. The left foot is going to come down next to the right, about hip width apart. Arms reach away from each other and gently let the legs fall over to the right. So you're on the arch side of your left foot and the pinky side of your right foot. You can turn your head over your left shoulder. Opening up the whole left side of the rib cage. Easing into the low back on the left side. Feeling the rise and fall of the chest and belly as you breathe. Take a deep breath in here. And then as you exhale, let's bring the legs back to center. Hug the knees into the chest. And there's a gentle rock left to right. You can either roll to the side and press yourself up, or you can cross one ankle over the other and rock yourself forward to come up to sit. So once we come to sit, I'm just going to sit cross-legged. Hips are nice and open. Spine is nice and tall. Shoulders are nice and relaxed. If you want to sit up on something, you can always take a folded blanket and put it under your seat just to give you a little bit more height. So sitting cross-legged, we're going to inhale, reach the arms up overhead. And then exhale, just bring the hands to the heart center. You can draw your chin down. Inhale, arms reach out and up. You can look up to the hands, and then exhale, hands come down, chin drops down. Inhale one more time, just like that. Arms reach up. This time as you exhale, interlace your hands, place them behind your head. Elbows draw in and just tuck the chin down. Pause here, lengthening through the spine, trying to relax the neck, the shoulders, and the space between the shoulder blades. Inhale, lift the head, open up the elbows, and then just lean over to the left. Pausing here for a moment, let the head lean back, relax the shoulders, try to keep the right hip down. We'll inhale, come back to center. Exhale, elbows draw in, drop the head. Really relax the shoulders, the neck, the upper spine. Able to breathe. Inhale, come back up, open up the elbows, let the head lean back, and exhale, side lean over to the right. Keep the left hip down. Let the belly be strong as you inhale back up, and then exhale one more time. Elbows draw in, chin drops down. And then here we're going to let the head come back up. We're going to undo the arms. And as my shirt says, we're going to find your core. So as you inhale, reach the arms out and up. As you exhale, we're just going to twist to the left. Your left hand comes behind you but doesn't touch the floor. Right hand reaches across to the outside of the knee but doesn't touch the floor. Let's find the core here. Draw the crown of the head up, tailbone is down, and then turn. How are you turning here? What muscles are you using since we're not using the leverage of the hands? Once you feel that, we're going to take a nice full breath in, relax as you reach the arms up overhead, and then as you exhale and turn right, pull the belly in and turn. See where the turn is coming from. Notice how you go a little bit further. And then we'll take 3 rounds of breath like that. So inhale up and over, exhale left. Inhale up, exhale right. 2 more times. Inhale up, exhale left. Notice where the muscle strength is coming from, all around the belly and the sides. Inhale up, exhale right. Even the muscles around the spine are working. 1 more time. Inhale up, exhale left. Relax the arms and shoulders. And then inhale up, exhale right. Coming back to center, reach the arms up, and exhale, hands come to the heart. We're gonna come on to hands and knees. So take your time to transition. Feel free to put something underneath the knees if you need a little extra support. The wrists are gonna be underneath the shoulders, and the knees are underneath your hips. Fingers spread nice and wide. Belly is drawn in. Let's take a deep breath in as you curl the toes under. Gently drop the belly, soft elbows, open through the chest and lift the chin. And then exhale, tuck the chin, push the floor down as you lift the center of your back and drop the tops of the feet. Again, inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin. Exhale, tuck and round. Really feel the movement in your spine and neck. Inhale, drop the belly, lift, soft elbows, and exhale, round. We're gonna let the big toes touch. Sink your hips towards your heels. Reach the hands way out in front. Let's tent the hands so the pads of your fingers are on the floor, palms are lifted. Take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, sink the chest down in between the legs. Let the forehead touch the mat if you can. And just take a few strong breaths here as you lengthen through the spine. You open through the upper back and shoulders. And ground down through the forehead. Take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, let the hands come down as you come back up. So the palms are down, feet are gonna separate so they're parallel. Left foot is gonna step back, toes are on the floor, you're gonna push through your heel. Pull the belly in by taking the back of your right hand, rest it on your low back, and then pull your low back through the core into the hand. We're going to lift the left leg. You can keep your right hand where it is if that helps to find the core, or you can take your right hand forward. And just pause here. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. The back foot is flexed. We'll take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, the right hand comes down. Left toes find the floor behind you. We're going to pivot the right foot to the right. Roll to the arch of your left foot. and we're gonna bring the left hand up towards the ceiling. So to modify, if this is uncomfortable on your shoulder, you can come down to a forearm. So you can always bring the forearm down, let your shoulder be right over the elbow, and then you can adjust the hand wherever that feels supportive for you. So you can be here to be modified, or you're up on the hand. And then just play around with this pose. Maybe you move your arm, maybe you lift the leg. Maybe you want to try a side plank with the left foot down, right foot can cross over. Maybe you lower the hips and lift the hips. So just kind of play around here, able to breathe. Try to relax through the neck. See where you're building strength and balance, where you're finding length. Take a full breath in, and then as you exhale, come into a child's pose, but this time we're going to bring the knees closer together, feet together, and we'll take the tops of the hands behind you as your forehead comes down. Relax the arms completely. Let the shoulders relax. Any movement you want to make with the wrists, feel free. Let the weight of the forehead down on the mat. Release any tension in the back of the neck, all the way down through the shoulders and spine. And then let's slowly make our way back up. Hands and knees. Reset up so that your knees are underneath the hips, tops of the feet are on the floor, wrists are under the shoulders. We're going to take the right foot straight back, toes start down, and then as you lift that right leg, let's take the back of your left hand, place it on your low back, and then draw your belly in. So the low back lifts a little bit into the hand. And then if you want to take the left hand forward, you can. Try to relax the shoulders, keeping the belly nice and engaged. Back foot is flexed, toes are pointed down. Take a full breath in, and then as you exhale, we'll place the left hand down, right toes find the floor behind you. Pivot your left foot to the left, right foot comes flat on the floor, and then again, modify if you have any issues in the shoulder. You can always come down onto your left forearm, and then lift the right hand up towards the ceiling. So you can play around here. Right foot lifts, maybe you reach your right hand back for your right foot, right hand maybe reaches up overhead. Maybe you come into a side plank here. So just see where you are. Play around a little bit. You don't have to be stuck in the pose, holding it, holding your breath, waiting for it to be over. Try to enjoy being in the pose every second of it. Feel your strength. Take a nice full deep breath in, and then as you exhale, knees come down, hips come down towards your heels. We're going to let the forehead come down. Here we're going to interlace your hands at your low back. Relax the shoulders. We're just going to rock left to right a little bit. Let the forehead roll on the mat. Just kind of rocking on the shins. And then if you'd like to, you can lift your hips off of your heels as you kind of roll out your forehead top of the head. Try not to take too much pressure on the top of the head. We don't want to cause compression in the neck. So don't go past the top of the head. And if you want to lift the arms up and back to release the shoulders, you can. So this is maybe a rocking left to right. This is so good if you get tension headaches or migraines. It's great practice here, just grounding down through the head to release tension. You can even make some circles, just giving your head a nice little massage. And then you can relax, let the head just pause down in the center, relaxing the shoulders and arms. And then from here, we're going to come back up onto hands and knees. And you're going to step your right foot forward, up between the hands. So getting that set up first. You can always put your hands on blocks, or you can tent your fingertips. Let's keep the right knee right over the right ankle. Make sure that your feet are hip width apart when we lift the left knee. So we're coming into a low lunge here. Feeling strong. We're going to let the left hand stay where it is. Start to turn your belly, rib cage, and chest to the right as you reach your right hand up. Nice strong inner thighs drawing in towards each other, especially the right hip and the right thigh. Really try to tuck it in. Breathe here. This is building strength in the muscles that support the knee joint and the hip joint. One more full breath in here. And then as you exhale, we're going to bring the right hand down to the inside of your front foot. Drop the left knee. Relax the top of the left foot. Turn your right toes to 2 o'clock. Roll to the pinky side of your right foot. And then you can also play around here. You can be on the hands and sway left to right. You can come down low onto forearms and just close the eyes and breathe. You can stay up on the hands and maybe open to the right a little bit. Let your right hand come onto the right thigh. Maybe you bend your left knee and reach your right hand back for your left foot. So wherever you want to be here, be free and open in the hips and chest. Be able to breathe. Finding ways to move the body that feel good. And keeping the mind connected to right here and right now. No worry, no stress. Take a full breath in. And then as you exhale, start to draw the left hip back. Walk both hands back on the inside of your front foot. And let's let that front leg go straight. You can keep the toes down or you can pull the toes back. See what you like better. Maybe you move back and forth. We're just drawing the right hip back. Using the fingertips for support. Don't worry about what the shoulders or the spine is doing. Just try to keep them relaxed. And then we're going to drag your right foot back so it's right next to your right hand and it's underneath the right knee. Both hands are going to walk forward about a foot in front of your right foot. Curl the left toes under, lift the left knee, and then push off with the left foot. So you're on your left hand, your right foot, your right hand is there for a moment. Flex your left foot. You can bring the top of your back of your right hand onto the low back, pull the belly in, and then start to turn the belly, chest, and rib cage to the right as you reach your right hand up towards the ceiling. This is probably one of my favorite poses. Revolved half moon. A lot of things going on here. I love twists. I like balancing poses. So just open up and breathe here. Take a full breath in, and then as you exhale, right hand comes down, left foot comes down next to the right, and just hang. Let your belly rest on your knees so your knees are bent. If you'd like to get a little additional stretch in the shoulders, you can step on your palms with your feet. So you have your toes pressing at your wrist crease, and then just lift the hips, drop the head, and release the shoulders. No strain in the low back because the knees are bent. It's a nice inversion to have the heart higher than the head, bringing oxygenated blood to the brain. Take a full breath in, and then as you exhale, release the hands to the floor. Step one foot back, drop the knee. The other foot back, drop the knee. Let's take a wide knee child's pose. Big toes touch, hips sink down, arms reach way out in front, head drops down. You can have the forearms and elbows rested on the floor. And then again, any little movement you want to make, if you want to sway left to right a little, or maybe you just want to be still. And then let's slowly come back up onto hands and knees. Bring the knees underneath the hips, and we're going to step the left foot forward, up between the hands. The left knee is right over the left ankle. Hands can be on blocks if you have them, or fingertips are tented. Curl the right toes under so you lift your right knee, making sure feet are hip width apart. So the right hand stays, the left hip stays. You're turning the belly, rib cage, and chest. So where is that turning coming from? Deep inside. And then you can lift the left hand up. So try to keep your right thigh lifted. So if the knee is sagging down, lift. If your left hip is relaxing out, pull it in. So connected and engaged here. Maybe get a little deeper in the left knee, a little stronger in the right thigh. Take a full breath in, and then as you exhale, slowly bring the left hand down to the inside of your left foot. Right knee drops, top of the right foot drops, hips sink down, left toes open to 10 o'clock, roll to the pinky side. So just move around a little bit here. You're giving your hip joint a massage from the inside out. The hips carry so much tightness and tension in the muscles and in the joint. So just take your time here. You can come down low onto forearms. You can open to the left. You can bend your right knee and reach your left hand back for the foot. So just pausing here to breathe and open through the hip flexor and the hip. Take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, both hands are on the inside of your front foot. The right hip starts to pull the left hip back. Left leg can go straight, toes can be down, knee can be soft. Just pull both hips back a little bit. So the hip was open, so now we're just kind of bringing it back to neutral. Giving the leg a moment. A little break here before it has to weight bear and work those bones. So let's pull the left foot back, landing underneath the left knee. Both hands walk about a foot in front. Curl the right toes under, push off with your right foot. Left hand can come onto the low back just so you can draw your belly in and up. Find the strength in your core to do the twist as you turn your belly, rib cage, and chest to the left as the left hand reaches up towards the ceiling. You can keep your gaze down. You can turn your head to the left. Find that twist. Find the strength in that right leg to keep the leg straight and flexed. Left leg is strong, supporting the whole weight of your body to strengthen the bones. Finding balance here. Take one more deep breath in, and then as you exhale, left hand comes down, right foot comes down. Let your feet be about hip width apart. Let your fingertips be on the floor in front of you for support. Maybe the hips lift a little bit, but try to keep the belly relaxed on the thighs so that you can support your low back. And then we're just gonna open up here by rolling to the pinky sides of your feet. So you're rolling to the pinky sides, legs can be straight or bent. Lifting the arch, pulling the toes back. Relax the head and neck. And then you can bring the feet back to flat on the floor. Belly on the thighs. Maybe the head goes a little lower. And then we'll take both hands down. Step right foot back, drop the knee. Left foot back, drop the knee. Pivot both feet over to the right. Come down onto your left hip. We'll swing both legs around to the left. And then make your way down onto your back. And then when you come down onto your back, just pause for a moment. Feet are on the floor. We're going to bring them mat width apart, so the knees are bent. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, let the legs drop over to the right. Your head can turn left. Inhale, legs to the center. Exhale, left. And then just do a few of those on your own, just with your breath. Completely relaxing through the hips and low back. And then we'll come back to center. We'll bring the feet hip width apart and heels drawn in towards your seat. Palms are going to come down by your sides. And a nice deep breath as you inhale. Lift the arms up and back. Hips lift. And exhale, arms come down, hips come down. Inhaling again, arms reach up and back. Hips lift. Exhale, hips come down, arms just one more, just like that. Inhale, arms come up and back, hips lift. And exhale, arms come down, hips come down. And then this time, keeping the hands down, we're just gonna lift the hips to come into a bridge pose. So you can stay right here. Lengthen through the neck, let your shoulders be away from the ears, hips are not too high. If you want to go a little deeper, you can shimmy each shoulder underneath you a little bit more so the chest gets a little higher. You can interlace your hands underneath your seat if you'd like. And then just breathe. Try to find the length through the spine, through the back and the front of the body. Take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, release the hands, let the seat come down, reach the arms just straight up towards the ceiling so you can let the space between your shoulder blades come down, and then let your arms come down. We're going to take 2 more of those poses, those bridges. The muscles that support bridge pose are very small around the spine, so they fatigue easy. So we do that pose more often, more times, but not holding it that long. So let's go up again. Inhale, lift the hips. You can stay right here. You can go a little higher by bringing the shoulder blades together and lifting the chest. You can bring your hands, interlace them together underneath your seat. Maybe you lift your heels. See how that feels? Take a deep breath in and then exhale. Lower. Again, lower the seat. Bring the arms up just to get that space between the shoulder blades, and then bring the arms down. And let's take one more bridge pose here. Lifting the hips. You can keep the palms down for a little extra support if you'd like here. And if you want, you can maybe lift your right foot up towards the ceiling. Take a full breath in, and then exhale, gently lower it down, keeping the hips lifted. Inhale, you can lift the left foot. These are just options you don't have to take. Exhale, bring the left foot down. Inhale, lift the hips. And exhale, lower. Gently hug the knees into the chest. Lengthen through the low back. Rocking left to right a little bit. You can make some circles with the knees in one direction then the other. We'll take wide knees here. You can stay here, or you can come into Happy Baby, where you hold on to the outsides of your feet. Let the shoulders draw down away from the ears. You can gently sway left to right if you'd like, releasing any last bit of tightness or tension from the hips. Grounding down through the low back. This is probably another one of my favorite poses, along with that revolved half moon and child's pose. Take one more full deep breath in, and then as you exhale, let's let the feet come down, hip width apart, arms reach away from each other. And then we'll let the legs drop over to the right. Turn your head over your left shoulder. Close the eyes. and just feel what you feel. Let's inhale, bring the legs back to center. Exhale over to the left. Turn your head to the right. Eyes are closed. A deep release and a let go. Let's bring the legs back to center as you inhale. And then let's find Shavasana. So you can either keep the feet on the floor, knees bent with the knees touching, or you can let the legs go out straight, nice and wide. Arms can be lower than the shoulders, but out to the sides. Any support you need anywhere, whether it's the neck or under the knees. If you have a chair nearby, you can put your feet up on a chair at the knees. You can always bring the soles of the feet together. So just find a pose where you can let go and relax. You don't have to think about any active muscles. We're just going to let everything go. Eyes are closed. Breath is flowing with ease. Muscles around the face and jaw are relaxed. Relaxing through the shoulders. Feel the gentle rise and fall of the chest and belly as you breathe. Let the hips be supported by the floor beneath you. And then completely relaxing the arms and the legs, hands and feet. Taking in the positive energy that you've created in your space. Letting go of any negativity or weight that you can just let go of and release. And then just find that connection for a moment to your core. Know that you are strong. Sometimes we have to dig a little deeper to find that strength, but it's there. So no matter what gets thrown at us, right now it happens to feel like a lot, to me anyway. Know that we are strong. And that we will get through. Take a full breath in through the nose. Exhale completely out of the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. One more time. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. And then slowly and gently taking your time to move the body out of Shavasana. Taking your time to come up to seated. And then once seated, have the eyes closed. Just take the palms together in front of your heart center to honor your practice and honor each other. And remembering that we are all connected. And not only are we here with each other, but we're here for each other. Namaste.